Morai Rabotai, good morning to everybody. Another beautiful day. Somebody asked me a very interesting question. We find in book of Shemot that Hashem performed 10 different plagues before Yetziat Mitzrayim. Before the Jews came out of Egypt, there were 10 different plagues. The question was, if Hashem really wants us to come out, if Hashem wants something, He could do everything right away. Why did it take Hashem 10 plagues in order to take out the Jewish nation from out of Mitzrayim? Hashem could have just done everything with one plague. If Hashem was able to create the whole world, beautiful universe, in 7 days, just to God had an issue with Paro, and Hashem hardened his heart. The answer is, the 10 plagues were not basically done for the Paro. The 10 plagues were for the Jewish nation, for us to open our eyes, to have more faith in Hashem. The Jewish people in Mitzrayim, they were not that educated in Judaism. They did not attend yeshivot. There were no yeshivot. There were no shuls. They didn't know much about Hashem. They were involved all the time, slavery, working hard. They didn't have free time just to think about God. Or sometimes we stop by, we see a beautiful tree, a flower, a plant. We stop and start thinking like, wow, what a beautiful, gorgeous tree or plant. Amazing how Hashem revives it. A few weeks ago, the tree was dried up, the grass was dead. Now all of a sudden it's reviving, became alive. So they didn't even have 3 seconds just to stop and think, to realize Hashem. So all the 10 plagues were given just to strengthen the emunah of the Jewish nation. And if you realize, pay attention close, the 10 plagues, those 10 plagues cover almost everything that is involved in Hashem's creation. Hashem showed that He's the boss, He's the ruler over the wild animals, over domestic animals, the death of the firstborn, Hashem has power over human beings, over grasshoppers, anything that flies on the air, anything that crawls on the ground, waters. If you go through every single plague, you realize that Hashem, through the 10 plagues, covered all the full emunah. So that's the reason. It's not that Hashem couldn't deal with Paro. It's not that Hashem He needed really help to take them out. The 10 plagues were given just to build a strong emunah, faith in us. And that's why every time after every plague it says, Hashem has hardened the heart of Paro. You give him a plague, you give a warning, and then you harden his heart and he changes his mind, just to give a faith emunah to each one of us. And that's what exactly happened. Each one of us, we go through certain plagues in lives also. We go through certain punishment, we go through certain sufferings. What is that all about? Just to open our eyes, to start appreciating. Because when life is smooth, life is great, we don't appreciate it. We find ways to complain, we find ways of being unhappy. But sometimes we go through ups and downs in life, we stop and start thinking like, oh my goodness, as soon as I resolve this problem, as soon as I get healed, as soon as I feel better, as soon as I find a job, as soon as I find my soulmate, as soon as I have a child, I'll be very happy. But if we have everything easy, we're not that happy. We don't appreciate it. We take it for granted. That's why sometimes certain things we go through ups and downs in life just to give us a stronger emunah, faith, and appreciation. If the Jews just left Egypt right away, they wouldn't appreciate it. We wouldn't appreciate it. We wouldn't celebrate Pesach also. We wouldn't make a big deal out of Passover either. We left it too easy. But we had to go through all this hardship. We appreciate it much more. The same thing. Before Yosef ended up being in Egypt, they live in Canaan, they live in Israel. So they could have, Yaakov and his kids, they could have just got the Torah in Israel. Why they had to, Yosef end up being in Egypt? So they have to go through the long galut, and after coming out through that long, hard galut, coming out of Yetziat Mitzrayim, then they got the Matan Torah, they received the Torah. Because that's the way we're only going to appreciate it. If we would not be slaves, we would be free people, and got the Torah, I don't know if I want to serve God. I think I have a nice life without it, people would say. But once we went through serving Paro for so many years, through all those hardships, and people realized, they said, you know what? Yeah, I think it's better serving God. It's not so much work to do than serving Paro. Serving Paro, no appreciation. There's no reward to it. Serving Hashem, there's appreciation, there's a blessing, there's a bracha, there's a reward for it. So, in order not to go through certain hardships in life, I think each one of us should open our eyes and realize the beauty of Hashem. Always being grateful and thankful. Otherwise, Chas v'shalom, we go through certain hardships, then we become thankful and grateful. We don't need to wait till something bad happens, that we're going to start praying better. Then we start, maybe extra paragraph of Tehillim. Maybe I'll learn for another few minutes maybe I'll give a few cents, few dollars more to tzedakah. I'll be a better person. We don't have to wait till Chas v'shalom something bad happens to us. We should appreciate and see the beauty of Chesed of Hashem always, no matter what happens in life. I wish you a blessed day.